Okay, everybody. Hello. My name is Chris Adams. I'm about to do a quick episode on this afternoon tonight. It is going to be about fame. Now, I actually do know a thing or two about it. Not personally, because I am absolutely unknown, which is fine. But I actually have worked for quite a few comedians that are well known in this industry, and I still do, in fact. But that's neither here nor there. Let's start the show very, very quickly. Hello. Hi. Again, Chris Adams here. Thank you for watching. If anyone is, I don't know. Who knows if anyone cares? But I am here to talk to you about an interesting subject of fame. Now, I think it's terrible. I've worked for a couple of people that have been famous, and I can't imagine their lives are great because they can never go anywhere. Every time they go out to eat, a million people want their pictures, and everybody is always bothering them. It's like a golden prison, as some people say, and I 100% agree. I would actually prefer just to work for a living, and it's so much better having nobody know who you are because you can just go anywhere. And I've noticed, too, that these comics that I used to respect, as they get more famous, they sort of get less funny. I don't know if you've noticed that. If you have, just hit me up and let me know. But I've noticed that where the more successful a comic becomes, the less they're connected to regular people. And the less they're connected to regular people, their material starts to become really boring, actually. And it's kind of a shame. Now, just to let you know who I've worked for, I'm going to play a quick video. It's about a minute long, so hang tight, and I'll be right back.
I like the no shit, Rob. That's all. I like the no shit.
Are you insinuating that I don't like the no shit?
You like to do a lot of shit. I like the no shit. True genius can never do everything that he knows.
So are you calling yourself a true
I
genius?
said nothing of the sort. I simply said a true genius can never do everything that he knows. Your brain's got too much.
What is the title? The phrase "true genius"? Are there fake geniuses out there? you think Ludacris is gonna be on time, or is it gonna be rapper time?
What kind of guy is he? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, just the fact that he even wanted to do something in the daytime is not very rapper-like.
I got a song called "Do the Right Thing," which is on some positive shit, and
I love
yeah,
positive shit, you know. He said
Do the
shit
right
like
thing,
it's depressing. Yeah, I gotta uplift the people sometimes.
you gotta do it. So comment is on that, and I'm
After
gonna try.
I get my pussy, I try to uplift the people. I never met a rapper that wanted to do anything in the daytime. Rapper time is usually late.
Two douchebags on a couch. Hey, Andy, have you just got a phone call because your bracelet's gone off? One's an asshole, one's a couch.
Dick is
right.
shaving John
Ben,
Casso's
Ben.
ass, but you're not supposed to massage it while you shave.
And relentless are their mouths. Jim and Eddie talk shit. Jim and Eddie talking shit.
Now, that does look quite fun, and in fact it is, but my only issue is as these people grow, they tend to lose a little bit of that thing that made them special in the first place. And it does happen to a lot of comics. A lot of comics take about 10 to 15 years to get that first special, and Chris Rock's first specials were the absolute best. I love them to death. I still listen to them for inspiration. The ones later on, Tambourine, my friend actually produced it, but it just, I don't know what it was. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it wasn't quite what I was hoping. And it just had less of a bite, and it happens to every single comic. I did interview Kevin Hart before he made it on my radio show back in the day, and hungry guy, still hungry. I do like his movies, but I think he puts himself out there so much to the point where his last special was really boring, and it sucks because I wanted to love it. I wanted to just enjoy it, but it was so big, and now he's too popular. And I feel like comics really need to go back to their roots, especially right now. Netflix is putting out a special every 5 seconds, and not everyone is great. And I know that. I know that not everything you put out is going to be wonderful. And who am I to talk? I'm absolutely nobody in this business. I only edit for comedy for a living, but I am absolutely nobody. I do have to watch all these specials, and I wanna love them. I do. I absolutely still love Chris Rock. I saw his Tambourine when he did it live before he taped it, and it was I couldn't even live. I couldn't get into it, and I felt so bad because I am still a giant Chris Rock fan, and I've watched a lot of people perform, and I don't know if it really hurts me because I love these comics, and these are the people that made me want to do comedy in the first place. So I think younger comics out there, everyone's trying to chase that success, and definitely should. There's nothing wrong with that. That is the goal, to be a success to where you're always working. But I think it is more important to chase the art form, which is what I've always tried to do. My particular comedy is very personal, very... I usually get it from riffing, and I do write now every single day, at least try to write 5 minutes a day, but it's usually terrible. I live by the Pareto principle, which is the 80-20 rule. That principle is an economic principle where it says that 20% of what you create will have 80% return on investment. But my spin on it is, to get to that 20%, you have to be willing to go through 80% of just garbage. And the problem I've noticed when a comic performer gets fame is that audiences tend to just give them love regardless because they're known. And it's known as the halo effect in psychology. I believe it's psychology. I know I've read this somewhere. But the halo effect, where if someone's successful at one thing, we just give them a pass on everything. So we just assume that they are an expert. And that's not always true because, actually, Rock is an expert in comedy. He's one of my inspirations in learning how to write. You just write every day, and you just constantly write. Even if it's bad, you just keep going up. You take chances, and you be willing to bomb, because there's nothing wrong with bombing. That's how you become great. So he is an amazing comic. Bad actor. His movies just aren't good. It's probably because he plays himself. I know enough to never want to be an actor. I only want to be a director. It's a much better life. I don't want to ever be famous. That would be terrifying. I would rather be known by the people that work in the industry that I work really hard. That's all I ever want. And I think I've said more than enough. I don't even know what else to say. So I'll just play a little bit of my comedy, and everyone please have a wonderful time out there. Thank you for watching, if anyone did. And thank you for sharing it to Amanda and Will. All right. Thank you, guys. I don't drink as much as I used to because I'm in my 30s now, and I used to blackout drink, which is terrible because you miss all the best parts of your night. And I don't want to blackout drink. I want to blackout work. I just want to miss my day and be like, I don't know how this happened, but I just got promoted. I've worked a lot of terrible low-wage jobs, and they have those weird expectations at those jobs where they expect me to care. And it's like, first of all, you're paying me minimum wage. You're just lucky I'm not stealing stuff. In front of you, because you don't pay me enough to live, so things will go missing. Just letting you know. People come in all the time and be like, hey, if you just try hard enough, you could own this place. And I'm like, I don't like being here now.